How about if we flip it over to Sunday's NFL action here, Las Vegas and San Francisco? This one is interesting to me because what are you going to get probably a look at in this game, Kyle?
A lot of Trey Lance.
Little Trey Lance should be intriguing. That's why we open up Pinnacle offshore at -1.5. That now sits 3.5. 3.5 still here in FanDuel. Primarily 3.5s across the board, 35.5 overall. So as you look at this game, and sometimes that's what you, because when guys, now look, I preface this by saying it probably a little bit wrong. The guys always have something to prove, because even if you don't think you're going to make the football team, you want to put some, good tape out on the field to see what you can do. And of course, even from John Gruden's perspective, is Carr going to play in this game? Maybe a series, maybe not even at all. But when you look at their backups here, Marcus Mariota, Nathan Peterman, you do have some NFL talent behind them there. So if you're saying, okay, if Trey Lance is going to get a half, I don't know, does he light it up, Kyle? Does he have 3 touchdown drives in the first half? Probably not. But if I'm looking from a quarterback perspective, maybe might have 3 in the first 3 possessions over here at this point. But when you're trying to look up as to pay, say, backup quarterbacks and try to differentiate on how that's going to play out or who's going to get the playing time, Kyle, in the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter, I love, don't get me wrong, Shanahan's, if you give me a whole list of, say, Donnie, got one game, I need you to pick a coordinator to pick my plays for this game, it's Kyle Shanahan all day, every single day, 7 days a week, 365. So is it the Nate Sudfeld show after that, who was horrendous for the Philadelphia Eagles? I think I trust the quarterbacking situation a little bit more for the full game from a Raiders perspective here.
Yeah, especially with Mariota, right? He looked actually really solid. I know a lot of Raider fans that wish he was the starter and not Derek Carr, and I don't blame them, because I agree. Marcus Mariota is better than Derek Carr. Derek Carr is absolutely god-awful. But, yeah, you're right here. You can't take the 49ers on the full game here. That doesn't make any sense. And I know a lot of people are jumping on Kyle Shanahan won't announce his starting quarterback. I will announce it for him, and I will do it for you right now. Jimmy Garoppolo will be the starting quarterback week 1. He's not going to play in this preseason game. Trey Lance will make some really cool plays, electric plays. I think he's looked awesome in the preseason. There's going to be a lot of pressure to play him. These announcers going to be packages. That ball is rolling, but it ain't happening right now. I agree. I think you get more solid play. Nathan Peterman, I used to think Nathan Peterman, until Ben DiNucci played quarterback last year, I thought Nathan Peterman was the worst quarterback I've ever seen play an NFL game. That's what I thought.
What was the game he had, like 5 picks? I think it was against, I want to say the Chargers, where I bet that game. And it was like, when you get a game like that you bet the opposite side of a quarterback doing that, it's the greatest feeling in the world, man. It really
100%. The Peterman is not good. But in the preseason, I've covered preseason the last 2 years. I did it, or, the 2 years, 18 and 19 for DFS. Nathan Peterman's the man in preseason. He comes out in deals after that embarrassing year in Buffalo where everyone said, is he the worst player to ever play quarterback? John Gruden's done something with him. He's actually decent in the preseason. So I'd take the points here, take the Raiders, and I don't even mind him on the money line at plus 155. You're just going to, like you said, you're going to get Nate Sudfeld after they're done exposing Trey Lance a little bit. Not good. I'd much rather have Nathan Peterman than Nate Sudfeld, and that's saying something.
Wild stuff here. And there's a lot more games on the board. We're not going to hit each and every game because it doesn't make sense in the preseason to do that as well. But I did want to stick to that same point, Kyle, that when we're taking a look at Tampa Bay and Houston, like just backing Houston because they're bad and they need that moral victory by getting a win in the preseason, maybe over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The same thing still goes for me, Kyle. Miami and Cincinnati, 127 128 on the rotation. They're at home. They're a -2 favorite now. They were getting 2.5 points. But it's another one, Kyle, that if you watch Cincinnati play, they're trying to win games in the preseason because, again, setting yourself up maybe to have some good morale once the season starts because the lights might get turned up pretty quickly in Cincinnati. So those are the type of game situations that I look at. The rest of the card leaves a lot to be desired here. Now, Justin Fields is going to get some time, probably fun to watch, as a -3-point favorite over Tennessee. And quite frankly, in the new age of COVID in the NFL, 9 players on the Titans have gotten COVID so far, at least tested for COVID. I don't know if this game is going to be played, or is it's week 3. Nobody really cares about the preseason games as is. They just like those joint practices and getting ready. So I'm pretty sure that you're outside of Tennessee saying, no. We sell out every game, even in the preseason, because you have to buy it with your season ticket package. This game must be played because we're not refunding 65,000 tickets to this football game. But outside of that, that is the card here for the preseason schedule.